Well, hello, calculus students and seekers of truth. In this video, we're going to extend what we learned before, and we're going to figure out the second derivative of y with respect to x, but writing the answer in terms of t. Okay? And again, we like to write the answers in terms of t because in the practical uses of these problems, most of the time, we're going to be given a time. We're going to be given t at some point. All right? So to help us and to speed up that process, it requires of us to do some messier work here. So I've just jotted down so far the things we already know from the previous problem, from the previous examples. This is a parametric equation up here, right? X is written in terms of f of t, y is written in terms of g of t, and then after you eliminate the parameter, we get y equals big F of x. And from before, when we take the derivative, this is what we get. And the alternative way of saying this is dy dt divided by dx dt. Okay. So now I'm going to start with this equation right here, and I'm going to take the derivative of this equation in order for us to get f double prime. Okay, so I'm going to write a notation that maybe is a little bit unusual, but it is valid. It's a kind of rare that we do this, but I'm going to say dy or d dt, the derivative with respect to t of the whole thing, of the entire left side, must then be equal to the derivative with respect to t of the entire right side. All right, now if you look at the right side, you see that if I were to take this derivative, I'm going to end up creating like a quotient rule problem, and that's okay if we have to do that in high level serious mathematics. We have to do messy things sometimes, okay? But I'm going to concentrate on the right side for a moment and take the derivative of f prime with respect to t. Well, first, what is that? Well, that's just f double prime with respect to x times the derivative of the inside function, which is x prime or f prime of t. Okay. Because again, you have to think this x here is a function itself. Okay. So this is equal to d dt g prime of t over f prime of t. And then if I want to get f double prime by itself, I just have to take this all one step further, and we get d dt of g prime over f prime divided by f prime. Okay. So this is a valid and good way of describing the second derivative with respect to x, but yet in terms of t. Another way we can say this is f double prime of x. Well, that's just the second derivative of y, or d squared y dx squared, is equal to the derivative with respect to t. Now, I could leave this the same way, or I can say it's g prime over f prime, so that's just another way of saying dy dx. And all of this over f prime, which is another way of saying dx dt. Okay? So when you write this up, when you say it, when you think it, just be very careful how you do that. The t's and the x's and the squares here, it's a little bit easy to get all tripped up. When you're preparing for an exam, you should take some time just to memorize this. If you are not doing that and you're still kind of processing, it's okay just to work things through in just very slowly in simple detail.